Hey peoples, and welcome back to Phrozen Gaming. Here we are continuing on with part 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. So I lost my train of thought when we left off. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, she angry. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Humph! Phrozen... You're... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Well... right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. They must be pretty damn good cupcakes to join a literature club. Not making any fun of anyone who wants to join a literature club, is just not my thing. I don't know, I've been told that I am very descriptive with my writing, but I don't know, I come up with writer's block so many times and for so long that I really can't consider myself a writer. Like when I'm in the zone I can write forever, but then once I hit that writer's block that writers generally hit, you know, I'm basically stumped. I don't know where to go. I'm like, oh, I could do this, but then that contradicts that, and that happens, this and that, and yeah, my brain just stops basically working. Anyway, must be pretty good damn cupcakes. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assessment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Phrozen, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Does she always lean like that to laugh? Oh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Phrozen, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Why of course Monica? Oh, is my character feeling a thing? Well, I guess there's kind of hints there before, but why of course Monica, huh? Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Oh, why not? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Good fortune will find you. What's that remind me of? I think it reminds me of Falcor from The Neverending Story. Never give up, and good fortune will find you. I'm a luck dragon. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do I get to write the poem? Is there any actual input? Pick words you think your favourite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Secretive. Whisper. Universe. I don't know. You just pick whatever. I'm gonna try and get Yuri. Raindrops. Effulgent. I have no idea what that is. Depression. What? Okay. Dark. What? I'm not doing very well, as you can see. Should she like parfait? No, that would be grumpy butt. Captive. Climax. Jenny. Melancholy. Horror. Agonizing. Grief. What? Why does she keep getting? Why is sad words for her? Disarray. There we go. Fantasy. She like misfortune. Massacre. There we go. Imagination. Yeah. Crimson. Bouncy. Disaster. Bliss. Treasure. Family. Cry. Kiss. Nibble. Bunny. Warm. Ocean. Cry? Damn! I have a feeling of who's going to be the depressed one. Hi again, Phrozen. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. There's a bug annoying the crap out of me on my screen. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thank you for keeping your promise, Phrozen. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like you deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Phrozen always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. As long as he's having fun? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh, why? How come? You and Phrozen can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Oh, did she? What? Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? What am I doing? I was doing the wrong voice. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in. I'm doing the wrong voice again. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh! Oi! There was a change in the music. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaked another glance at me and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I know I can try and make my voices sound like I don't know how well I'll do it, but the bass guy from Boys to Men back in the day when it used to be a four member group. Well, I'll try, I guess. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Oh. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? No, I'm not going to do that voice. It's too hard to try and put emotion into it, I guess. Not that I'm putting a lot of emotion into the voice that I'm already using. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Oh, that's wrong voice. Oh, there's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And this is relatable. How? And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Pardon me. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Phrozen? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, might as well get started reading it right. Right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book.
I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag.
Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah?
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kinda difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Okay. Different perspective. Yuri turns her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumbs and forefingers. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Okay? But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I'd turn it by my own volition, yeah. We continue the first chapter in silence. So do I actually get to read the book or not? Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumbs gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of her things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Phrozen, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that.
Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything.
Sorry, I really didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? What are you saying all of a sudden?
Doink, doink, doink.
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, since I've been with Yuri all day, I might as well just... Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. Should I? In that regard, I'm not too sure if I picked correctly. I just, the rest of the day I had been with Yuri, so I used that as my logical reasoning. Anyways, we shall find out the results in the next episode. This is where I'm going to end this video. So, yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I don't know, it still seems kind of like a dating sim at the moment. I can kind of see the dark, like I'm not too sure why. Sayori, every time when I clicked on a depressing word sometimes, it cheered up Sayori, like it gave me browning points for Sayori. So I don't know what's happening there, but we'll find that out. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Until I see you guys next time, thank you so much for watching, and stay frosty.